Do a very quick review on Batman versus Superman. Let me tell you all the actors in it, and I have to say kudos to Ben Affleck. Now I am going to give him a compliment, plus I'm kind of going to give him an insult at the same time. But I'm gonna give my boy a compliment. He did a great job. He really did. He actually didn't disappoint me in the acting. He put himself in it. They kind of aged him a little bit. They aged him as the Bruce Wayne character, and I understand why. That's understandable because Bruce Wayne is getting a little bit older. But they just gave him a few grades and stuff, and he did a great job. I have to say, he really did do a good job. And the only thing is that the action part of it, I know they might have had a stunt double and put on some. You know, I have to stay authentic. Okay. My lips are dry too. But they did a stunt double. I have to say that the suit, I don't think anybody could have done a bad job for what they did with the suit. They really changed the Batman suit in this episode of Batman. And actually Superman too. The cape was a little bit longer. It dragged. It was more of a flowy feeling. The Batman cape also kind of was longer and dragged. I have my pen because I had to write everything down, but it had the drag with it, and you're like, okay, you know, they had to put more dramatic look to it. It was more bulkier and also more more stern, more stronger, like a steel thing. When he went and fought Superman, he had more of a steel where that it couldn't be penetrated. So they changed the suit several times. I would say if you look at the Iron Man film, when Iron Man first started, he first did his suit, the steel look, that's what he had to fight Superman, and with the boots and everything, the cover up, but he still had half of the face covered up. So it was really good. I have to say that they did an awesome job with that. And Henry, I can't say his name, Cavill, he's awesome Superman. I hope he stay in that character. I know he's played other characters and stuff, and there has been some talk about him, but homosexuality, but I don't know. But he really convinced me in the Superman role. So I love him. I love him in the Superman role. Something happened at the end of it, and I'm hoping, no, I'm not hoping, but I know that it's going to come back because you can't get rid of Superman. I love the storyline. I love where the story actually was laid out. The story was laid out so great, to the point where it brought you in. The storyline was Gotham meets Smallville. And when I say Gotham meets Smallville, where Gotham, now they went back. Let me go back a little. How they started it, they actually went back where, remember when Superman was fighting I have his name written now, Zod, and he was fighting him. And let me see the name, because I wrote down the name for Zod. Yeah, Z-O-D. So he was fighting them, and the actual the people that was left and wanted to come back. Well, they actually put that clip in there where they had the space machine from Superman planet, and where they were attacking. So this is where Batman, and where when I'm watching it, I'm saying, okay, Gotham is not that far from Smallville. So where now Gotham can see it. So how can I put that? This is like Orlando seeing it happen in Miami, but it's close enough where I can get close to it and try to help, because it looked a little like driving distance. Everybody was being affected by it. So that's where they started it. And I love that they started it in that area, in that... Oh, wow. I parked in a valet parking. Hey, okay. But I love that they started it in that area, in that part, and where it was like, okay, you know, the storyline now catches up to it. Like, Batman versus, Batman suit. I told you about the suit because I wanted to write everything down to make sure that I catch you up with everything. The storyline. Lex Luthor was superb. Oh my goodness. Jesse Eisenberg. The boy was bad. The boy was bad. When I said he played Mark Zuckerberg, as I forgot the name of the movie, but he played Mark Zuckerberg for Facebook when they had the movie and the real story about Facebook. So he played Mark Zuckerberg, but he played a Lex Luthor. He was to the point where I'm like, you need a psychiatrist. That's what you need. You are really out there. And he convinced you that brilliance was really crazy. You can see psychologically that he had a lot of issues in himself when it comes down to what he has been through as a child. He had child trauma. They put that in the movie line, in the storyline. Even the child trauma with Batman. Batman actually, through he said, I bet you he told Superman, your parents might have told you that you will be good and you can do good for the world, but mine died in an alley. So he was still dealing with that hurt, and he became a vigilante. He became where I'm going to take justice into my hand. But the thing is that man really wanted to come against Superman, and that was my problem. Not my problem personally with the way they wrote the movie, but how truthful it is, because we are always coming against each other. It was too much good, and Lex Luthor didn't believe in all that good till it convinced everybody else that good is not that good, and we shouldn't have that much good, and someone have that much power. And I can go into a whole prophetic or a whole sermon about that, because we live like that every day. We really live where we feel that people should not have what they have. And it was jealousy. It was manipulation. You could have actually felt the hate that they were having. And the sad thing about it is, when we're gone, we miss each other. And now we want to go ahead and change all that. So it was really well written on a psychological level, on a mental level, and physically, where the fight between good, the fight between good and evil, and where we actually fight against each other, because Lex Luthor was like the devil playing against us, and he really played against their mind. He really played against them. I loved it. I really loved it. It had me thinking. It had me seeing how we can get so off track listening to other people, and because of someone not liking what you're doing, or you having the power to do this and you do that. I love that they put that in there. Batman becomes prophetic. Okay. I'm going to put that in first. Batman becomes prophetic. I can see where whoever wrote this at this time, when it comes down to DC Comics, whoever wrote this particular action movie, the writer for this movie must have been in a supernatural way of thinking, because what they did was actually add in a prophetic part of the movie. And one of the prophetic part was when Batman went to sleep and had a dream and saw something prophetically, and now they were speaking to you in a metamorphosis way, so you would figure out. So if you ain't really in the spiritual realm and the deep realm, you would have really not catch it what Batman was seeing and the subliminal messages he was getting. It was they finally revealed Batman mother name. They finally revealed and showed a whole different clip from the clip when Christian Bale played Batman, and they did a whole different clip on how they died. Where if you saw the one with Christian Bale, the mother and father died after a theater, and it's always been a theater when they're watching a movie, and they died at the theater. They died behind the alley of the theater because he wanted to leave. Well, this one they changed it up some, and I was amazed how they changed it up. But we finally got the name of the mother, and the mother name was Martha. Her name was Martha. And then this is how they got to the point where Batman and Superman was rivals. They was that's their arch enemy. They were both against each other, and the way Lex Luthor played it, he played psychological games with him. You would I love the way they did the spin. I love the way they actually brought it back around, and how they brought it back around was they to get them to work together. Now Superman's mother name is Martha, so they had something in common, something that they can both relate to, and something passionate that what they were relating to, they can now fight, get on the same team. So I don't want to give too much away, but that was some of it. The ending, Wonder Woman. I'm not gonna, okay. That Wonder Woman was, the choice for Wonder Woman was a wonderful choice. The only thing is, I wish they would kind of improve her suit. Now, don't laugh at me. See, I think it was Linda Blair, but the one that played Wonder Woman, and I used to watch all these things when I was a kid. But I think it's Linda. I have to look up her name again. But she had a butt. She had a shape. I have to say, this one that played Wonder Woman was played by, let me pull up her name. Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, and I think she's from Russia. I think she's Russian. She had a shape, but I think she might need to look into some injections back there, or it might be the suit, the way they had it hanging down. I just didn't like it. I think they need to improve her a little bit. Let me tell you something. The girl was sexy. Suave. Men are suave, debonair, but she had that cool calmness about her, where you intrigued that you would want to know, who is that? Who, she'll walk by and like, who that girl? And that's what Batman and Superman said, who that? But Batman said it because Batman he's a bachelor, and he's that suave, debonair bachelor. And I think Christian Bale plays that better. Christian Bale really plays a great suave, debonair, and intrigue person, where you want a mysterious person, and you're like, okay, who is that? She was that, but the suit, all her clothing, her designer for what she was wearing through the movie, man, honey, I need to go check out that designer. That designer is bad. She was wearing some bad outfits. But whoever did the costume went to the costume drawing board. I just have to give you I don't have to say a B on the costume, A on everything, A+ on everything, but the B, I have to give you maybe a C on the costume. let's go back. Let's go back to something sexier. The ending was awesome. There was ending on hope. The ending was on hope, and hope for the world. Hope for the world to come together. It's sad that something tragic has to happen for us to come together as one. But that's what it took. And that's what it is. So this is my review on Batman versus Superman. I think I'm going to do one on Facebook, but I think I just thought about just doing it first on Periscope and do give y'all the first heads up. I am getting ready to now go back to work and start passing out some stuff that I got from today, but I hope you enjoy it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. Thank you for the hearts and the replay. Hey, Sent.